Good morning to everyone once again, and thank you for turning up for this workshop. Today's workshop is about the Slide Master, and if you want to make some changes or you want to have that easiest way to make changes to all your slides that you could be having in your presentation without having to go to change individual slides one at a time, you may need to work with this Slide Master. This Slide Master helps you to do that kind of modification by only making changes to one main slide known as the Slide Master. So this very Slide Master has got a Slide Master view where you can do all that formatting or that modification from. Assuming this is the presentation that you're working on. So this presentation has got these different slides as we can see from the screen. So we have got 7 slides which we would like now to change or to modify with the help of the Slide Master. How do we work with this Slide Master? Because we are saying it is the easiest way to modify our slides by only making changes to one main slide. How do we do that? So to access this Slide Master option, you move your pointer and work with this View tab. From the View tab, you will work with the Presentation Views group, and here is the button for the Slide Master. When you just point on that button, it tells you Open Slide Master View to change the design and layout of the master slides. So we want to work with this feature, we click on it. When we click on it, this is how your Slide Master view is displayed. So once you click on the Slide Master option, you open the Slide Master view, which is accessed from this Slide Master tab. So from this tab, you have all this that we are seeing is now our Slide Master view. It is now from this view that we shall access those options to make all kinds of modification we want on our presentation which we have seen. Now, let's first of all have a look at these thumbnails. In most cases, when people open Slide Master and they have this Slide Master view, they will have a look at these thumbnails and they say, now what is this? Some people start typing inside here. No, we don't need to type inside here. What we shall do before we can start now modifying, what are these thumbnails standing for? Because they are many up to the bottom part below here. Let's look at these thumbnails one by one. The first one on top is for what we call the Slide Master. Now, if you want to go ahead and make the changes to all the slides that you have got in your presentation, you'll work with this Slide Master theme. So this is the main slide I was talking about in our introduction. So all changes that you may want to make on the other 7 slides in our presentation that we have seen, we make those changes from this main slide known as the Slide Master. Then when we come to these ones here below, All these other thumbnails that we see below this slide master, these ones are now the layouts that are provided by this program, or the different types of slides that you can now work with, like we saw in our workshops before. So this first one, when you point at it, it is showing you that it is known as the title slide layout. In front, it is showing you used by slides 1, meaning that this layout slide, the title slide layout, in our presentation that we have seen, those 7 slides, there is one slide which is using this particular layout. That is why we see used by slides 1 in front. Then when we come to this other layout or thumbnail, it is showing you that this thumbnail is for the title and content layout. This layout is used by slides 2 to 4. 2 to 4 meaning that you have got slide 2, slide 3 and slide 4 using this very thumbnail or this layout. And also slide 7. So in brief, we have got 4 slides using, or that we used in our presentation for this particular layout. Then below here we have got the section header layout, and here they are saying used by no slides, meaning that we don't have this particular layout in our presentation. So when you continue moving to the next slides, you will be knowing which layout did I use in my presentation. So here we see 2 content layout. This is used by slide 6 in our presentation. Then here, if you look at comparison layout used by no slide. When you come to this one of the title only, this one is used by slide 5 in our presentation, and so on and so forth, as you can continue now checking. So that is the meaning of these thumbnails on the left part of our screen. From here downwards, these are the different layouts provided by the program, and these layouts also show to you which layout you have used in your presentation. Then this first one shows, is used now to help you make that changes or modification to all the slides that you have in your presentation. Now this becomes our slide master, and these are the different layouts. So to modify these different layouts, you work with the slide master, which is the main slide. Hope that one is clear now. So now we want to first test this. Because we are saying modifying, I will click. If you want now to modify the contents or your slides or your presentation, make sure this main slide or this slide master is selected. After selecting it, it will be displayed here, so you'll work from this view to modify or to make the formatting. Before we can make the formatting, I would like to take you back to our presentation. But how do we go back to our presentation? We have got 3 ways to go back. The first one is when you're on this slide master tab, you will just come and click on close master view. That is the first one. Second one, if you don't want to work with this close master view, you move your pointer at the bottom part here. So you click on this button for normal view. It will take you back to your slide. If you want to work with the view tab, you click on the view tab, then you'll work with this option for normal view. When you click, you are taken back to your presentation. So let's look at these titles. Our titles are not bold for all the different slides, if you look carefully. So now we want to bold and we give our titles a different font color using the slide master option. We don't need to move to individual slides. So let's go back. Let's go back. And now we click on the slide master since we are already on the view tab. Then, like I said, we work with the main slide, which is the slide master, to cause the changes. We click. Now we shall come in this view. We shall either, now before we do anything, this placeholder is for the different titles that we have in our presentation. Then this placeholder is for the other contents. So we want to only modify the titles in our presentation. We can select the entire text in the placeholder or select the placeholder itself. After doing that, like we do any other normal formatting, we shall move to the Home tab. From the Home tab, we want to make these titles or headings bold. Click. But this doesn't mean that we have left the slide master view. No. Our slide master tab is still there. You only leave the slide master view when you have closed the slide master. So we have made the title bold. We can give our title different font color just like you do in the normal formatting. Let's give it red so that we can see that effect. I will stop at this. Before even we can go to our presentation or close the slide master view, let's look at our thumbnails now. If you look at our thumbnails, even the contents have changed, or the contents for the title have changed, as you can see. So let's close now this very slide master view. Like I told you, I will now just go and click on normal without going to slide master tab or to view tab. Then we are taken back. So when you look on our title, this is the last slide. You see the title has changed, the font color has changed, it is bold. When I click, you see the bold feature is there. When you go to this, you can see what is there. It is as well bold. If you go to internet, if you go to that slide, if I continue scrolling, you can see that the changes have been effected to all our slides in the presentation without moving to individual slides. So that's how you can work with this slide master. So it means that if you have around 100 slides, you don't need to go to individual slides to make this formatting. You just work with the slide master, which is found from this very view tab, then go to the slide master option and you'll have it opened. What you shouldn't forget is to select the main slide, which is this slide, the slide master. To make the changes, you just come now and make the changes you want. If you want to change the font size, just select, for instance, the placeholder and then go to the home tab, and then you can now go ahead and change the font size either using these options or working with this. This one is to increase, this one is to decrease. So let's make it 54. It will increase. We expect to find these changes to our presentation. Font 54. You can go ahead and change the font style. Let's try to put that font style that we shall realize. For instance, this. Click. Then after you are through with making the changes, just go to the normal view and you will see the changes there, as we can see now from the screen. These changes have been applied to all our different slides. If you just click on one of the titles and you go to the font group, you will see that the font size is 54 and the font style is Algerian, just as you have set it from the slide master view. Hope that one is fine. Then let's go to the next thing. We have a lot we shall try out, then the rest you will try out during your free time. Now from the slide master, once again, you can decide to draw some shapes, and those shapes will get applied to all the slides within your presentation. What we do is to go back to the view tab, then we go to slide master. Now from the slide master, we make sure we are working with this very title slide. I click on it. Let's assume we want to draw a line beneath all the titles that we have in our presentation. What shall we do? Let's first modify our content. I try to reduce this font size. We take it back. Now to draw, we shall just go to the insert tab. We are still on the slide master, so we go to insert tab. Then we can access the shapes. I want to work with a line, so I will select this simple line. Then I come in my presentation, I draw the line. Click, hold, and then draw. If you need a straight line, just press on the shift key and you will have a straight line drawn. So this line, we can do the formatting. I will double click on it so that we access this format tab, which provides us with the drawing tools. I want to give it a shape outline, so I will give it, let's try to get this purple. Hope it will be visible. Let's also change the weight so that we can see that effect. So this is a line I've drawn. If you want to draw some other shape, I don't know this, so I will select, and maybe I want it to appear somewhere here. I will come and draw it. Make any kind of formatting you want to the shape that you have inserted in your slide. I will try to change also maybe the style if I want. You can even change the fill color if you want. So let's see whether this line will be visible on all our slides and this one will be visible in all our slides. So let's go to the normal view of our slide. So when we go in our slide, we start with the first one. You can see that we have here the shape and we have here the line. Why is it here? With this slide master, once you have applied, for instance, this drawing, the line or that feature will appear in the same exact place in all the slides. Same exact place or position in all the slides. When you click on this, you may not even realize that the line is moving because they are all drawn or put at the same point, as we can see from my slides. So that is how the slide master behaves. Same exact point. Now my interest is here. You see that the line is not seen because of this picture. You have to be creative. Select the picture and try to adjust the size of the picture. There is a question that I should answer after asking it to myself. Is it possible to modify or to remove this line that I've drawn, or to remove this feature that I've drawn from this very normal view? The answer is no. Once you insert a line, what I'm clicking on is the placeholder, not the line. Once that line is inserted, let me try to adjust this placeholder. So I'm trying to click on the line, you see there is nothing. So once it is inserted and you want to modify it, what you do is to go back to the slide master view. It is only from the slide master view that you will be in position to make the changes to those features. For instance, the shape that you have inserted or this shape that you have inserted. So those modifications will be done from the slide master. Anything that you add from the slide master is editable from the slide master view. But that doesn't mean that you are unable to add contents to this slide. You're able to add contents to all your slides, as we can see. But the features that you have added from the slide master can be edited from the slide master view. If you don't want this, that means we shall go back to the slide master view, then go to the main slide and then remove that feature just the way we do. Click on it to select, press on the delete key so that it is deleted. When you go back to the normal view, you can see that the feature is no longer there. We can also decide to add a picture to our slide or to our presentation. This picture would be a logo of an organization or your school where you teach, that you want people to know that this work is from this school or this work is by so and so, or you have a special logo you like. So we go again to the view tab, then slide master, then from there, since you already have the slide master display, make sure you are on the slide master itself, which is the main slide. That is if we want these changes to be effected to all the layouts that you have in your presentation. Then to insert the picture, you will go to Insert tab. Same process. Then Picture. After, look for that picture where it is stored. I have mine on desktop, so I will select desktop and I will click on it. To select, then after Insert. This picture will be inserted into your slide. If you look at the thumbnails from this screen, you can see that the picture is also appearing there, as you can see. But we don't want this picture to be in the center of our slides because it doesn't make a lot of sense. First, I will adjust the size of this picture to that size I admire. After, I will move this picture to any point that I want. You can decide to put the picture at the bottom right corner. You can decide to put this picture at the bottom left corner, or that logo you're working with. You can put that picture to any point you want, for instance at this corner, as we can see. So let's assume it is there. Then we close. When we go to our slide, first slide, we see the picture there, second, third, fourth. So you can see that all our slides now contain the picture, and in the very same position in all the slides that we have. Another thing we should also look at is we have some slides that we used, and those slides have got the same layout. We go to the view and then we work with the slide master. So you can decide also to go ahead and format those slides that have the same layout in your presentation. Let's try to look for those slides. So we shall work with the thumbnail, point and see. This title slide is used by only one slide. Let's see this. This slide title and content layout is used by slide 2 to slide 4 and slide 7. So let's try to change or format this slide, which has a number of this slide that we used with a number of other slides in our presentation. So this very layout, you select it. Now this time what we want to do is we want only to format this layout, because this layout is used 4 times in our presentation. It is used by slide 2, it is used by slide 3 and slide 4 plus slide 7. So you can also decide and say those layouts that we used, and there are many or 2 or more, we can decide to format them in a unique way. Select. This time you are not working with the master slide. So we have selected the title and content layout, which is used by slide 2, 3, 4, 7. We want to format. Let's format only what is inside here. So we can select what is there or select the placeholder. So we want to format these contents. So we go to Home tab. Remember, the contents in all our slides have got this font color, black. So we can decide and say we want a different font color. For slide 2, for slide 3, for slide 4 and slide 7. Go to font color feature, look for that feature. Let's get the one which will be visible. Let's give that as green. You can decide also to go ahead and change the font style. For instance, let me give it Comic Sans. So here we are. Let's go and see whether these changes will be effected to those slides with the same layout, or is that layout for title and content, which is slide 2, slide 3, slide 4 and 7. We go to the normal view, and here we are. This is slide 2. We can see from this point, so I will click. You can see what is there. This is slide 3. We can see the changes. This is slide 4. We can see the changes. Then when it comes to slide 5, nothing has changed. Slide 6, nothing has changed. Then when we go to slide 7, we have a picture. But if you put the contents there, you will see the changes. Now, when you go to these other slides, slide 1, no change, because slide 1 has got a different layout. It is only slide 2, 3, 4 and 7 with the same layout known as the title and content layout. So besides changing or making a uniform formatting to all your slides in your presentation with the main slide, you can decide also to make changes to slides that share the same layout, as we have seen from these different slides. Then we also have, for instance, if you want to go ahead and insert the footer in your slides. So to insert the footer in your slides with the help of the slide master, that is also possible. Just go to the view tab, then slide master option. Here we want the footer to appear in all our slides, so we click on the main slide. Make sure you scroll and confirm that this scroll button is at top. Then select that main slide. You can also point and you will see Office Theme Slide Master. Now, if you look at the bottom part here, you will see that, let me hide this, you will see that the footer section is active. You can put here some text, you can put here for the page number, here you see for the date. They are active. But if you just come and you type immediately and you don't, let me say type or Gwal, let me make it somehow bigger and give it a visible font color, and I bold it. Now when you just come directly and type in this section, yes, it is active, and then you close to go to the normal view and see the font, the footer information. I'm closing. You will not be in position to see any information in the footer section. Then why? Let's go back. Slide master. So what happens here? You have to make sure, you can see it has just brought that information. You have to make sure you go to the Insert tab. Then say I want to insert the header and footer. Click. If you want to include the date and time on your slide, check. If you want the date and time to be updated automatically, leave the option as it is. If you want it fixed, select fixed. If you want the slide number to be included, check. Then for the footer, click. Also to check, and then type there the footer information you want and say apply to all. If you don't want this footer to be displayed on the title slide, you can say I don't want by checking. Then say apply to all. Now here we see the information there. Let's go and see whether we shall have this information on the footer area. So we shall go to view and then normal. So when we go starting from the first one, from the first slide or the title slide, we said we don't want any footer information. That's why we don't see anything. If we go to slide 2, we can see we have the date. I hope you can see the date. We have got now the information and we have got the page number. So this is applied to all our slides in the presentation. So that is how you work with the footer information. You make sure you first of all click to insert that footer by going to the Insert tab, then head and footer option. Work with that dialog box that appears, then you will be in position to have the footer inserted into your slides. There are a lot of other things that you can do which we may not exhaust because of time. But what I encourage you to do is to go ahead and try out to find more and more other things that you can do with this slide master. For instance, you can say I want to change this picture and put it to another point. Yes, you're on the slide master, but if you try clicking, you see I cannot click. Reason, we inserted that picture from the slide master itself. Click, go to the picture, select. Move it to any point you want in your slide. Close to see the effect. Is it there in all your slides? The answer is yes. So that's how you can do that. And this brings us to the end of our workshop for today. For feedbacks and inputs, I request you to unmute your microphones and we share. Thank you very much for turning up.